Most talented professionals stay invisible their entire careers, not because they lack skill, but because no one knows they exist. I've spent years studying how high performers break out, and at Published Narrative, we've seen one pattern change careers faster than degrees or promotions ever could. Today, I'll show you what it is, and why almost nobody leverages it correctly. The surprising part? It's not what most people think PR actually is. Over the past decade, I've worked with founders, executives, and subject matter experts who felt stuck. Brilliant, experienced, but overlooked. The turning point for many of them wasn't a new certification or job title. It was strategic public visibility. Here's why this matters to you. In today's economy, opportunity flows to perception. Promotions, partnerships, speaking invitations, investor interest, they follow authority signals. And PR, when done correctly, manufactures those signals at scale. But there's a massive misconception about how it works. Now, here's the first thing you need to understand. Most people think PR means getting featured. A magazine article, a podcast appearance, a viral post. That's surface-level thinking. PR is positioning. It's about shaping how the market categorizes you. Here's what most people don't realize. Skill builds competence. PR builds perceived authority. And in competitive markets, perception moves faster than proof. Let me give you an example. A few years ago, I worked with a tech consultant, incredibly knowledgeable, 10 years of experience, but he was competing on price. Clients treated him like a vendor. We repositioned him through 3 strategic media placements, not random exposure, but targeted authority publications. Within 6 months, his rates doubled. Same expertise, same skill set, different positioning. But here's where it gets interesting. PR doesn't just influence how others see you, it rewires how you see yourself. When you start being introduced as featured in or industry expert quoted by, your own decision-making shifts. You negotiate differently. You pitch differently. You lead differently. Which brings us to the second layer most people miss. Trust used to take years. Now, it's front-loaded. Think about your own behavior. When you Google someone before a meeting, what are you looking for? Social proof, authority markers, third-party validation. PR compresses the trust timeline. Instead of spending 6 months proving your competence, you walk in pre-validated. I once coached a startup founder preparing to raise capital. He had traction, solid product, but no external credibility. Investors were cautious. We executed a targeted PR campaign focused on industry commentary, not product hype, insight positioning. Within 3 months, he was being quoted in trade publications. The next investor meeting felt different. Questions shifted from, "Why should we trust you?" to, "How fast can you scale?" That's not coincidence. That's authority leverage. Now listen carefully. PR doesn't just create attention, it reduces resistance. And in your career, resistance is the hidden tax. Slow promotions, hesitation from clients, skepticism from decision makers. Strategic PR removes friction before you even show up. But, and this is critical, random visibility can actually hurt you. Here's what most professionals never consider. If you're not shaping your story, someone else is. Or worse, no one is. The market simplifies people into categories. If you don't define yours, you'll default to generic. PR gives you narrative control. Instead of being another marketing consultant, you become the conversion optimization specialist for SaaS founders. Instead of a finance professional, you're the risk strategist helping startups avoid capital burn. Specificity wins. Let me share something personal. Early in my career, I made the mistake of trying to appeal to everyone. Broad messaging, safe positioning. I thought versatility was strength. It wasn't. It made me forgettable. The shift happened when I narrowed the narrative. Instead of being a content strategist, I positioned myself around authority-building storytelling. That clarity changed the opportunities that came my way. speaking engagements, higher-level collaborations, better clients. That's the power of narrative alignment. And this is crucial. PR is not about ego. It's about strategic amplification. You don't need 50 features. You need the right 5. And you need them aligned with the career trajectory you want, not the one you accidentally drift into. PR is a compounding asset. Think of it like investing. One placement might not change your life, but layered over time, it builds cumulative authority. Each feature references the previous one. Each appearance builds on the last. Search results strengthen. Your digital footprint expands. This creates what I call authority gravity. Opportunities start coming to you. And here's what most people don't realize. This is the expert-level nuance. The goal isn't exposure. The goal is optionality. When your name carries weight, you have options. Higher-paying clients, board roles, advisory positions, partnership invitations. PR turns your reputation into leverage. But I promised you something at the beginning. Why is PR truly a career game changer? Here's the insight most people miss. PR changes the market's expectations of you, not your resume, not your LinkedIn headline. Expectations. And expectations determine outcomes. When the market expects you to be a leader, you're treated like one. When it expects you to be an expert, you're paid like one. When it expects you to be influential, doors open faster. This is the strategic framework you can use. First, define your authority category. What do you want to be known for in 3 years? Second, target validation platforms. Where does your industry look for credibility signals? Third, align messaging with your future identity. Speak as the version of yourself you're becoming. Fourth, stack proof strategically. Build layered authority, not scattered exposure. This is how PR becomes a career multiplier. Not hype, not vanity. Leverage. And once that leverage exists, your ceiling rises. Let's recap the 3 core takeaways. 1. PR is positioning, not publicity. 2. It accelerates trust and removes resistance. 3. It compounds into long-term authority and optionality. Now that you understand this, the next step is simple. Define the narrative you want attached to your name. Because if you don't, the market will decide for you. If this changed how you think about PR and your career trajectory, subscribe to Publish Narrative, because I break down authority building, positioning strategy, and visibility frameworks every week. In my next video, I'm revealing how to craft a media angle that journalists actually respond to. Until then, build your authority deliberately. Your career depends on it. And here at Publish Narrative, we don't leave reputation to chance.